Corinthians 15 and 52. But before I get started, I want to give honor to my pastor, and I want to give honor to Pastor Bembry. And I really hope to never take advantage of these two wonderful, strong men of God. And when I say take advantage of, I mean in a bad way. I also want to give honor to the evangelist here tonight, Brother Easter. First Corinthians 15 and 52 states, "In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised, incorruptible, and we shall be changed." You may be seated. I'm going to talk for a moment about a moment. Time is of the essence. If we pay attention, we can calculate when our bank account will be empty. We can calculate when our stomach will be empty. We can calculate when our gas tank will be empty. We can calculate when it's time to take a break. And we can calculate when it's time to take a vacation. But we cannot calculate when our time is up. I understand that Ecclesiastes 3:1 states, "To everything there is a season and a time, and to every purpose under the heaven." But that doesn't mean that we'll know when it's time to go. And to be honest, I think sometimes we take a little bit too much advantage of time. It is not our friend, but it is not always our enemy. I believe we have two purposes here. To me, I've got to make heaven. I've got to get to that place that I opened with in 1 Corinthians 15 and 52. I've got to get to heaven. Like the old song says, "Oh, I want to see him, look upon his face, there to sing forever of his saving grace." My second purpose, or I believe our second purpose, is to take other people with us. I really want to take all of you with me. It is the Great Commission, as mentioned in Mark 16 and 15. "And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world, and preach the gospel to every creature." This is what, like I said, we have two things here to do, and this is the second one, to take other people with us. But I think sometimes we get distracted. Job 14:1 says that man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. Now, this trouble gets in our way in two ways. First off, we have to pay the consequences. There's no way around that. But then there's the guilt. And honestly, the guilt, the pain that we pay for the guilt, sometimes lasts longer than the consequences. As a youth worker, I spend a lot of time, once young people get out of the youth, I don't stop being a youth worker. To me, that's really when the work begins. Continually reaching young people, even into their early 20s and 30s, trying to reach out to them. And it's one of the things that they seem to struggle with the most. Well, you know what, Brother Myers? You don't know what I have done. Can I be blunt for a second? I care what you have done, and I hope to lead you to an altar, but at the same time, if it's what's holding you back from that altar, I don't care. You've got to get there. Psalms 30:5 says, "For his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning." We have but a moment. Our life is short. And we have but one moment to reach others, to go out and to reach our world. And I'm not the greatest at that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am. But again, this is a large part of why I am so involved in youth. We've got to get out and we've got to reach them. You say, well, Brother Myers, what can I do? What you're already not doing. It's not that complicated. Just got to get out and reach, do something. There's always a bus driver needed, a door person. There's always another youth worker or another Sunday school teacher needed. It's just, apply yourself. You say, well, Brother Myers, I don't know if I'm called there. Can I tell you the truth? I don't know that I was ever called to be in youth ministry. But I got passionate about it. And I have never given up on any of them. Let's go ahead and praise God and thank Him for the moments that we have here.